Welcome to WGTV Today. That's Wayne Goldsboro Television. Today is Tuesday.
Yes, it is.
It is June 4th. Thank you for being with us. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best. Good Tuesday. Glad to have you with us. We have all kinds of exciting events happening today.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
There
after all,
certainly is.
It is June, after all, and it's the only time this year there'll be a June.
And June is a busy month.
June
Spring
is
always is. Spring and summer.
I love it.
Fun things
And in
happen.
fact, speaking of summer,
Yes.
summer will be arriving about the third week of June, so get ready.
That's right. Get ready.
That's right.
It's getting closer to the time the kids will be out of school.
I know. That's either this week or
Colleges
next.
are out.
Yeah.
Some of the private schools are already out.
Yeah.
The public schools will be out very soon. So then kids are going to be looking things to do, and people will be hustling, bustling, taking their children here and there.
I once hustled and bustled.
Did you?
I
Great.
did. I bustled more than I hustled.
Great
but
to know.
That's beside the point.
The summer and spring are fun times for families. That they have
Yeah.
a tendency to get out of our routines a little bit more and do different things
Yeah.
and spend quality time together on vacation. Sometimes you need a vacation after your vacation.
I
hear so many
needed
people say that.
Yeah, I needed a vacation to get over my vacation.
Yeah, we hear that a lot.
Hear that a lot. Kim, who's on today's program?
Today, let's see, you spoke with someone recently about solid waste.
Oh, I did. That's Jeff SPARROW. He is the code enforcement officer for the sanitation or the solid waste department here in Wayne County. And I'll tell you what, he's got some great information for you. He does.
We have some updates of things that are happening in the month of June from the Paramount Theater.
Oh, boy.
And then we have our local downtown living show, Meg Grenate, who works over at the DGDC, Downtown Goldsboro Development Corporation. She is the host of that show, and it focuses on local businesses that are downtown Goldsboro. She goes in and goes right in their store and their local business and has a little chat with them, finds out what's happening.
Aha.
So that's pretty neat. You don't know which store it's going to be.
Oh, okay.
You have to
You
wait
don't
and
know.
see.
Ah, it's a surprise.
I know, but I'm not going to tell you. You have to wait and see.
You know, but you won't say.
That's exactly right.
Okay.
That's right.
All right.
That's today's show.
Now, the city council met last night, didn't they?
We did. City Council met last night, and City Manager Scott Stevens will be on later this week giving an update on what happened at the City Council meeting. He always does those the very first of each month, so that'll be coming up a little bit later this week.
And this afternoon, late afternoon, the Wayne County Commissioners will be meeting in council in county commission chambers. Where are we? County Commission chambers on the fourth floor of the Wayne County Courthouse. That's coming up this afternoon, late this afternoon, and you're invited to attend the briefing. And then later on, you're invited to attend the meeting, of course, and that's this afternoon, and that will be shown on WGTV later.
That's right.
All right.
The council meetings and the commissioner meetings are always shown right here on WGTV.
That's right.
And as well as many other things that happen.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, without further ado, let's take a quick look at today's birthdays.
Let's do.
In the news here lately, quite a bit, as a matter of fact, Angelina Jolie is having a birthday. She is 37 years today. 37. Also a birthday today for actor Russell Brand.
Tell me who that is.
He is a comedian, he's a movie star, he does funny movies, and he's a funny guy.
All right, well, there you go.
He's 37 today. Russell, well, he's one of those, you'd know him if you saw him. He's a
Okay.
Brit. He's from Great Britain, and he's very funny. He has kind of an offbeat sense of humor.
Okay.
A little odd. Also a birthday today for Noah Weil. If you don't know the name, you'd certainly know him if you ever watched
ER?
ER. Yeah,
remember him.
Dr. John Carter.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, on ER. Also a birthday today for Michelle Phillips, one of the mamas and the papas. That's right. She married John, and then they had Mackenzie, who became a star in her own right. But she is Michelle Phillips is 68 today. Dr. Ruth Westheimer. Dr. Ruth is having a birthday today. Did you know that she was in the military?
I heard recently because she was on a morning show that I saw.
Okay. You
I
heard
saw the
about
interview,
that
yeah.
then. Okay, well, she was a sniper.
That's what I heard.
She was, and she was good.
Imagine that.
Can you imagine that? Well,
Little Ruth.
She was so successful because she was so small. She could fit in just a tiny little place. And anyway, but
you keep reverting back to her voice.
I do, don't I?
Yes, you do.
Yeah. Dr. Ruth. Anyway, she had a radio show for a number of years,
Yeah.
and she's very funny, a very sweet lady. Also a birthday today for Joyce Meyer.
Oh, yeah. Great motivational speaker.
Indeed she is. I like Joyce Meyer.
I like her too.
She's 69 years today.
My mom watches her and listens to her all the time.
One of my favorite actors is having a birthday today. That is Bruce Dern. Oh boy, he plays the best bad guy.
Does he?
One of the few bad guys that I really think that they go over the top. He is just outstanding. Of course, his daughter is rather famous as well.
Who's his daughter?
Laura Dern.
Oh,
she's
yes.
an actress.
She sure is.
And but anyway, Dad is 76 today. He is fantastic. Chester Good was played by a fellow by the name of Dennis Weaver, who went on to star on McCloud and other things as well. But he passed away back in 06, and he was born this day a long time ago. Parker Stevenson, the actor, is 61 today. Elle DeBarge is 51, the singer.
Okay.
And the first ever winner of the TV show Star Search.
Who was that?
Was Sam Harris. And Sam Harris was a dynamic, over-the-top, just belted-out singer, and he turns 51 years today. But Star Search was a show with Ed McMahon.
I remember.
You remember that?
I loved watching it as a child.
And Sam Harris was just, I mean, he was dynamic, to say the least.
I mean, people like Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake, all these stars of today, they all were, I don't know if they all won necessarily, but they were all on that show, Star Search.
That's right.
Years ago.
That's true. That's very true.
Well, happy birthday if it's your special day. Have a good one.
Here's today's trivia question.
All right, I'm ready to hear it.
My goodness. A police mugshot.
Uh-oh.
A police mugshot was of a famous American was used in a computer software ad in Germany.
Really?
A famous American whose mugshot was used in an ad.
He wasn't a policeman.
No.
Okay.
No, he was arrested and they took his picture.
But he was an American.
He's a famous American.
Uh-oh.
A famous American, not political.
Okay.
But
tell us what genre he's in. Can you do that? Business.
Business leader.
Business leader.
Was arrested and his mugshot was taken.
Can I guess?
Yes.
Donald Trump.
You know, that's a really good answer. I'm serious.
But it's wrong.
Yeah, it's wrong. That's so wrong. You're not even, but it's not. But you're in there.
I'm in the right arena, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a business leader.
All right.
And he's very famous.
Okay.
And his police mugshot was used to sell software in Germany.
But he's not political. Okay.
No, he's not political.
Well, we will anxiously await the answer to that piece of trivia.
Okay. Who was he? And everybody knows this person.
Everybody knows him.
Everybody knows this person.
And we'll keep pondering that.
Let's ponder.
Ponder over yonder. Boy, I am turning into Wayne. What just happened?
Oh, no.
I am turning into Wayne.
Ponder
that is funny.
over yonder.
Yes. Too funny. All right, let's see. It is the time of year where people are, yes it is, that people are enjoying different foods that we have a tendency to enjoy in the winter months.
Well, no, that's
like
true.
Some of our, we may eat some of them in the winter months, some of these same things, but we eat them fresh. We're able to eat them fresh.
Oh, yeah.
So what are some of the summer foods that you like to eat?
Oh, man.
That you maybe don't eat quite as much of in the winter months?
Well, first of all, I am a big fan of watermelon.
Are you?
I love watermelon. And, of course, along with that, any of the melons, the cantaloupe, the
honeydew.
Honeydew. I hear that a lot. Honeydew and cantaloupe and watermelon, I could just, eat all day, all the time.
Gosh, I had a whole bowl of fresh, all three of those with some strawberries and with some grapes thrown in together just last night. Ooh, it was yummy.
And grapes.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, that's
grapes.
great. But, I love, first of all, I eat a lot of veggies anyway, because I just absolutely love them.
Me too.
The
but
flavor,
this time of year,
texture,
we get them fresh.
That's right.
We get them fresh.
That's right.
That's the neat thing is this time of year you can get them right out of gardens right here of local farmers.
Yeah.
You can grill in your backyard.
Oh,
We do a lot of kebabs, a lot of putting things on skewers. I had to stutter there for a minute. Putting things on skewers.
It's easy for you to say.
It's fun to go in your backyard, just hang out for a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Put things on the grill.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love strawberries. That is
Oh, yeah.
Strawberries, blueberries, blackberries. Those are my
good.
kind of favorite things. And a lot of people like to use fresh, local produce to put in their homemade ice cream. like
Oh, yeah.
peaches. And a lot of people use blueberries, but peaches is probably the #1 homemade ice cream in Eastern North Carolina.
I like peaches, too.
I
I
like them, too.
love peaches. But it doesn't have to be homemade ice cream. It can be any
No,
ice
it could
cream.
be anything.
Oh, okay.
Or it
All
could be a
right.
cobbler.
Well, how do you fix your strawberries? Any particular way?
Honestly, my favorite way is just raw.
Yeah?
I don't put anything on. I know a lot of people like to sprinkle some powdered sugar or some
Oh, yeah.
regular sugar.
Yeah.
But I don't. I like them just plain. Now, mixed with other fruit is probably my favorite.
Yeah.
But I'll eat them in anything. With a little
right.
Cool Whip, I'm not picky when it comes to my strawberries. As long as I have them and they're sweet and juicy, I like
Yeah.
them.
Okay. How about your ice cream?
I like ice cream. I don't love it, but I like it.
Oh, okay.
But my mom loves to make homemade peach ice cream.
Does she really?
So, Mom, I'll pretend like I absolutely love it. That is my all-time favorite thing. If you're making it, I will eat it and enjoy it
Oh,
with
she
a smile on my face.
Talks about it all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah. Gee, I wonder if Mom's making it today.
I know. If it's churning over there on the porch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Churning.
Churning.
She has a churner, ice cream churner.
Yes.
It churns it.
It's not the kind you have to crank anymore. We
Oh.
used to have one of those years and years
Yeah,
ago.
yeah.
Now it does it on its own. It's electric.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
those newfangled things.
Yeah, they use electricity.
Imagine that.
Imagine that.
Yes, imagine that.
Oh,
we
boy.
do want to mention one more time about our Father's Day special that we have coming
Oh, that's
up.
right. Yeah, that's good.
That's right. We have next Monday is our deadline. If you have a special father or grandfather or some special man in your life that you would like to wish a special Father's Day, you can email us. Where, Wayne? Where can they email us?
Oh, pardon me. I just dozed off there for a second. Email us at wgtv@waynegov.com. wgtv@waynegov.com.
And you can send us or email us the special message that you would like broadcast right here on the show. We'll do it the Friday before Father's Day.
Yep, that's right.
Next Friday.
That's
and
right.
we'll deliver these messages right here on the air, and that would be such a nice treat for a special dad or granddad, uncle, whoever it may be, as long as they're a special father in your world.
So email us the name that you want us to mention and a
That's
special message if you want us to.
All by June 10th.
All by June 10th, which is
A Monday.
This coming Monday. That's right. So get it in on or before this Monday, and we'll talk about it on for your Father's Day
That's exactly right.
for your dad.
That's
Okay.
right.
All right.
I believe it's time to head out to our interviews. Don't forget, we've got Solid Waste, Paramount Theater, and Downtown Living, so stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Today we're talking with Jeff Sparrow. Jeff is with the Solid Waste Department of Wayne County, and you're the Code Enforcement Officer, right?
Yes, sir.
That means when somebody breaks the code, he goes out and arrests them. Is that right?
It's solid waste ordinance. Yes, sir.
I knew that. See, actually, no. What you do is, if someone is seen or found to be breaking the environmental laws, if you will, and
Yes,
the
sir.
laws of the county, then that's where you come in. They call you, and you go straighten them out.
That's correct.
All right. So we have places all over Wayne County for you to take your trash and your solid waste. And if you need any help with that, then there's all kinds of ways to find out how to do it and where to do it, if for no other way but on the website.
Yes, sir.
Right, Wayne
Yes,
County
sir.
Government website. But when people purposely throw trash and bags and things out into our the roadsides
Yes, sir.
and that sort of thing, then that's where you come in. You go straighten them out.
Yes, sir.
All right.
And residential.
And residential.
Yes, sir.
So Jeff's a good man to know. So with the Solid Waste Department, how long you been doing this, Jeff?
Solid waste department 3 years, going on 4, and I was with the sheriff's office for 5 years, or have been now for 8 years.
And
I'm
indeed,
still with.
you still, in fact, you carry a badge.
Yes, sir.
You're still a deputy.
That's correct.
All right. As a code enforcement officer for the solid waste for the county of Wayne, and you also work at the Wayne County landfill area, the solid
Yes,
waste
sir.
department. And recently, a hazardous household waste event
Yes, sir.
was held.
Yes, sir. Yeah, the other part of my
What is that?
Well, the other part of my job is recycling coordination for the county, and every year we hold a household hazardous waste event. And during that event, citizens are encouraged to bring out paint, aerosol, household chemicals that they're not going to use, and they can't dispose of properly. You know, don't pour it down the drain. You know, we'd rather you bring it to us and dispose of it that way because it's better for our environment that way.
Right. So hazardous household waste, these are things that you just don't know what to do with them.
Right.
Old paint.
Yes, sir.
Pesticides.
Yes, sir.
Things like that.
Yes, sir.
If you don't know what to do with them, you just missed an opportunity.
That's correct.
How often do we do this?
Once a year. Right now, we are in the works of talking about maybe moving to a biannual event.
Okay.
Just so it would, you know, create a easier outlet for people to bring their stuff.
Well, did you have any participation in this?
We had 162 citizens come out.
Really?
Yes, sir. And our provider at the time was EcoFlow. And they provided services. They would bring out the drums and they would sort out the chemicals and dispose of them properly through their facility in, I believe it's Greensboro. So.
Right, okay. So once a year, considering or looking at the possibility of twice a year.
Yes, sir.
But what did we do up until the HHW event took place? And this has not been, we haven't been doing this very long. It's been in place for a while, but we had to start here a few years ago. But what was done before that?
Well, to be honest, you know, coming from the lay citizen's perspective, you know, when we didn't have any other way of disposing of chemicals, you know, we did it the wrong way.
Right.
You know, what you didn't use or didn't have use for maybe went in the ground or in the drain or wherever, but you know, and that's not the way that you know, in working this job that I found that we should dispose of chemicals and things of that nature. But it certainly has helped improve you know, our county, I believe.
Well, some of these chemicals, things that we would normally consider just, we use them as pesticides, we use it as paint and all that. These aren't really that dangerous, but that thinking has changed considerably. But years ago, it wasn't that dangerous, so it was okay to kind of just pour it in the ground.
Right.
Because it was in the ground, and you didn't see it again.
I was about to say, people didn't think about groundwater contamination.
That's right.
And you know, especially, you know, when you think about people that use wells and things of that nature. Personally, you know, we grew up using well water, so there's no telling what we've drank throughout the years. So.
And this has, in fact, recent story from, of course, Camp Lejeune. They're going through some really difficult times right now from that very reason,
yes,
that things ended up in the water there at just outside Jacksonville. So, so we appreciate what you're doing to help keep us safe, keep our well water safe here and our groundwater safe here in Wayne County.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, what else is going on at the landfill?
Well, we're looking at moving in the direction of a new electronics recycler. Our current program was the citizens would bring it, drop it off. We found that the material would be backlogged. The recycler maybe couldn't handle the quantities that were coming in. So what we've done is gone with a company that we're pretty much going to manage our own e-waste and package it and sort it out and then load it and ship it to them. And that's ERI, and they're out of Baden, North Carolina. They're actually from California is where their base is, and they've kind of spread out through the United States and have moved into North Carolina recently. Pitt County also uses ERI, and they seem to have all their ducks in a row. So,
well, since the company we were using before couldn't handle the load, will ERI be able to handle what we have?
Well, and it's just a matter of process and what we're doing. Before, it was hands-free. Citizens would drop them off at the container sites, and we wouldn't have anything to do with it other than to call and say, hey, the box is full, and come get it. Now, we're going to actually be involved in the process. We'll be palletizing and shrink wrapping the material and loading it onto trucks to send it out to ERI.
Okay, so this gives us more control and better control over it.
Right, and it maintains the cost-free aspect of the program.
Right.
Otherwise, you might be looking at solid waste fees rising, things of that nature. So, so it's best for the citizens, you know, of Wayne County to do it this way.
So with this, we're able to keep the cost down.
Right.
And it helps to rid the county of these materials that could be harmful as well. These electronics could be very harmful.
Oh, yes, sir. The cathode ray tubes, there's been a lot of concern about the gases in the tubes and things of that.
CRTs.
Tube-type televisions.
Tube-type TVs.
And tube-type computer monitors.
Right. The old big monitors.
Right, big console.
Right.
What we're looking for, and we've kind of scaled back on the type of material that we're going to take, because the law requires computer peripherals and televisions. So that's what we want to scale down to. So anything that's a computer component that's on your desk is what they mean by peripherals. And you know, the CRT tubes, flat screen TVs, we still take those. Some recyclers say anything with a cord. That's what we were doing with American Greens. And like I said, you know, that volume coming in is not a volume that we have to take, and we can still recycle it. It's still going to go into our metal bin or appliance bin and be recycled, but it's just going to be in a different way than it would if it went to an electronics recycler.
Okay, so in these electronics, we're talking computers and anything that ties into the computer. That would be the CRTs. That would be the flat flat panel monitors, the mice, the keyboards, the printers.
Yes, sir.
Everything.
Yeah, everything. And now, you know, if it won't fit on your desk, we don't want big copier printers.
Oh, no,
that sit on the floor. For whatever reason, they don't want those in there. Mainly, I would imagine because of the bulk size and probably the lack of marketability for the material that's in it. However, you know, like I said, those will still be recycled for the metal that's in them.
So we're talking about what's in these computers. And did you know that in your computer you actually have a little bit of silver, and you have a little bit of gold, you have a little bit of aluminum? So why don't we cash in, take your computer or monitor or somewhere over to a recycler and see how much you can get for it? How much do you think you can get for it? 2 cents.
Yeah, little or nothing. I was about to say
that much. Yeah.
The quantity in there is so minuscule. You probably wouldn't even be able to find it. You know, without, you know, spending far more time and effort than it's worth to get it out. And sometimes, you know, people do try, but it's really not worth your time and effort.
So little there.
Yeah, I was about to say, these companies that do recycle like this, I mean, they're doing mass quantities. They have large shredder machines that actually tear through the material and, you know, have sorting capabilities that are, you know, far advanced beyond what you could do in your backyard.
They're handling thousands of pounds.
Right.
Thousands of pounds of materials
Tons,
to get very little out of it. But this is a good thing. CRI, and when is this going to start? I'm sorry.
That's okay.
ERI. I'm still spelling CRTs. Okay. It's alphabet soup, you know what I mean? So when is this supposed to start with ERI?
We are actually going to start this afternoon with our with our first load. We're going to work on wrapping up our first loads. It's a process, a learning process for us out there. We have to actually figure out how best to load these pallets, and you know, you wouldn't think there'd be so much to it, but if you don't do it a certain way, your pallets are lopsided or you know, wobbly, and you know, you're talking about a lot of weight that you don't want falling over on you.
I can't stand wobbly pallets. I mean, come on. You know, if your pallet is wobbly, you don't even deserve to have a pallet.
Well, you certainly don't want a half-ton pallet falling over on you.
No, you don't want that. Now that's for sure. That's for sure. Okay. If someone has a question about this, or if they see someone throwing trash out of their vehicle or dumping trash beside of the roadway, you know, what used to be done 40, 50, 60 years ago, you can't do that anymore.
That's right.
The illegal dumping is illegal, and you can be fined big time for that, and that's where this man comes in. So somebody finds or sees an illegal dump somewhere, do they call you, or who do they call?
They can call us at the Solid Waste Department. That phone number is 919-689-2994. And leave us a message. We're open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And Saturdays, there'll be somebody there to answer the phone, but you won't get a response from me until Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, or Friday.
Okay.
So don't get in a tizzy, everybody. Don't panic. I'll be there. But there's only one of me. So, no. And they can also reach me at my email. And that's Jeffrey, Jeffry, .Sparrow, SPARROW, at waynegov.com. Jeffry,
.SPARROW, Sparrow. Keep your eye on the sparrow. You remember that?
Yes, sir.
The Sammy Davis Jr. song. Yeah, on the show Beretta. Right?
That's right.
That's
I also
right.
know his eyes on the sparrow. So.
Okay, there you go. All right, Jeffrey, thank you so much for being with us today. Again, ERI this is underway, and this is a good move by the county. A very successful household hazardous waste program, and considering doing that twice a year. We'll let you know about that. And again, a very good job on what you do there. And
thank you, sir.
And we have a fine staff out at our solid waste department, by the way, out at the landfill, and in fact, all of our convenience centers. And I do hope you use the convenience centers. Right?
That's right.
All right, Jeffrey, thanks again.
Thank you.
All right.
Struck is our Young People's Theater group, and we are here to talk to a couple of upcoming producers, Rebecca and Jeannie. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
We're going to talk about Drama Works, which is coming up in July. Just to make sure I'm remembering correctly, now Drama Works is kind of a camp for those 7th graders to 12th graders. Is that correct?
It's actually 6th through 12th.
6th through 12th, okay. But it's a great way for kids to find out more about what Stage Struck and what theater is all about. They get inducted into it by learning not just about performing on the stage, but they learn more about behind the scenes, don't they, during this time?
They sure do. As a matter of fact, they're going to get to learn about choreography, about musical theater, technical theater, and what else are they going to learn about? It's going to be from 1 to 5 every afternoon from July 15th until we have the show on July 26th.
July the 26th. And of course, it has been here at the theater for the last 5 years since we've reopened. And even before that, before the fire, you guys were utilizing the Paramount Theater as well. Stage Struck has been around for close to 25 years.
It has been.
And it is a wonderful organization, has really turned out some great talent who has moved on to do things in Raleigh and New York and all over. So I know that you all do a wonderful job. Now, with Stage Struck, for those that are watching, maybe they have a 6th grader or an 8th grader who is looking for something to do. How do they need to find out more about this camp?
Well, they can go to the Stage Struck website, www.stagestruck.org, and just click on the Drama Works, and their information's there, and they can print out the application and send it in.
Very good. And is there a cost for this?
There is a cost. There's a $200 fee, but that includes the entire 2-week period.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
And t-shirts, too. They all get t-shirts.
That's right.
Very good. And also, I understand too, I mean, this camp goes on for a little while to get them introduced to this, from 1 to 5. And at the end, what happens on the 26th?
There's going to be a show here at the Paramount Theater, and it's just a showcase of what they have learned during the 2-week period. Through the choreography and through the music and the technical theater, they're going to put on a show. In years past, it's been really great to watch.
It really is. It's amazing to see. The kids work so hard during that time, but to see over just such a short period of time how much they can learn and be prepared for on the stage, it is quite exciting.
It is amazing. We have wonderful instructors and choreographers, and they do an amazing job.
They do, and it's a very affordable show to come and see, so I would encourage our viewers definitely to get tickets. Usually they're for sale at the door, and they're, again, very affordable to come and see. But it kind of gives you an idea, and it's just a very small piece of what Stage Struck does. While you guys have a wonderful musical in the spring and you have a drama in the fall, there are several things going on throughout the year that is just helping to prepare these kids and students to get ready for those events. And this is just one of them. So
Absolutely. In addition, Stage Struck also offers music lessons such as voice lessons, acting lessons. Also, STARS is another camp that will be held this summer.
Yes.
And it's going to be for the younger children. It'll be, I believe 1st through 5th grade. And that's going to be in June, and also with a nice show here at the Paramount also.
they do a great job too. I know my daughter has participated with that, and it's so much fun to see the kids on the stage, and again, so overwhelming to know that they've learned this much in such a short period of time. Well, I want to thank you all and thank Stage Struck on behalf of the Paramount and the community for what you all do, because we do enjoy not only working with you and partnering with you, but seeing those great talents on the stage. So thank you for putting those out there. And I would encourage our viewers, definitely take a look at stagestruck.org, or you can call them at 919-736-4530, and they'll be glad to give you some help on an application, to give you more information and more information about the camp. It's a wonderful opportunity, and it's coming up in July. Thanks so much. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you, Sherry.
I'm Meg Grenate from the Downtown Goldsboro Development Corporation, and you're watching the Downtown Living Show. Today's show will feature the Goldsboro Fire Department, Cakey Cake School of Design and Alterations, and the new Downtown Goldsboro Development Corporation building at 219 North John Street.
With Chief Farquhar of the Goldsboro Fire Department, and he's here to tell us a little bit about the fire department's involvement with the community and Sprinkler Fun Days. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Tell me a little bit about the fire department's role in community events and what you do to host programs to educate the community.
Well, the fire department is we consider ourselves part of the community, and a lot of our education programs revolve around our fire prevention that we do in schools, and we try to be community involved in those type of areas.
Okay. And as far as fire prevention goes, do you go into the school systems, like high schools, elementary schools, to teach young children and adults?
We teach the younger children as well through your traditional fire prevention programs. And then we have a high school program where it is more career oriented, where we work with the high school students.
Okay.
And we have an Explorer post as well, where young youth can explore and see if it's something that they would like to do. It kind of gives them an inside edge.
Okay. I know that, when the community thinks fire department, they think, fire and putting out buildings and all that stuff, but you do more than that. Your website has a lot of information on it about natural disasters. Can you tell me a little bit about the resources people can find if they're wondering about hurricanes or floods or something on your website?
Yes, on our website we have links to different websites where people can find information regarding, especially hurricanes. That's our primary severe weather type here. But hurricanes and tornadoes and recovery afterwards.
Okay, so they just go to the website and find the links.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, I know you're involved with the community a lot, and one of the events that you make possible every year is Downtown Sprinkler Fun Days. Can you tell me a little bit about that event?
The Sprinkler Fun Days is held on Thursdays during the summertime, and we set up the sprinkler in Cornerstone Commons, and children and adults are invited to participate. It's normally children. We have several daycares that bring children to that area, and a lot of individuals bring their children down there, and it gives the kids a chance to have fun in a little bit different environment, and firefighters enjoy it as well.
And I'm sure parents feel very safe letting their kids run around. They fall and scrape a knee, you guys are right there to help.
Yes, ma'am. That happens occasionally, but not too much. But we do have a good time going there and watching, and it's a little R&R for our guys as well.
Now, do people have to pay for this event? Or they just show up?
No, it's free. You can just you can show up, and the sprinkler will be set up out there, and bring your bathing suit and a towel, and that's anything else that you feel like you would need. Some people bring lawn chairs and for seating, but that's about all you'll need.
Okay. And I know you said they're Thursdays. They're every Thursday, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
From 3 to 4 p.m.?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And starting June 6th, I believe, and they'll be held throughout the summer.
Okay, wonderful. Well, Cornerstone Commons, if you're looking for a way to cool off this summer, the guys at the fire department are so generous to be out there to let you beat the heat. So come on down to Cornerstone Commons, and thank you so much for all you do for the community.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for talking with us today.
All right. You have a good one.
I'm here at Cakey Cake School of Design and Alterations, located at 122 South Center Street. I'm sitting with the owner, Glenna Anderson, and she is located right downtown near the Ice Storm and across from the Paramount Theater. How are you doing today?
I'm doing really good. Thank you, Miss Mary.
Good. Tell me a little bit about yourself. How did you end up in Goldsboro? How did you end up downtown, and why did you choose this location for your shop?
Well, first off, I have a bachelor's degree in business administration, fashion design degree, a color analysis degree, and a communication degree.
Wow. That's quite a mouthful.
Yes, it is. And it took me a long time to get it out as well. But basically, I ended up here because I just wanted to change. And this was a great energy for change. And also, I have been sewing for over 32 years. So I thought that when I got here and I kind of took a look around, and I did do a survey. I put an ad in the paper for sewing schools and for sewing skills. And my phone just blew up. So I thought, this is a place that needs me.
Okay. Now, what inspired your passion for fashion and design?
Actually, it didn't start off as a passion for fashion at all.
Okay.
It started off when I had my first child. And I had a boy, beautiful boy. And what I got confused about or upset about is that they didn't have clothing that I like to put my child in.
Okay.
So that's basically how it actually started. And then from there, I moved to wedding dresses, and then I moved to lingerie. And when I hooked up with the MBA, that's history. That was the rest of it. That's what it took.
Okay, wonderful. Well, tell me a little bit about the services you provide here.
Okay, we do provide a lot of services. First and foremost, our services is of the school, because our main goal is really to get people to understand that sewing is a career. It is not just for a hobby. It is not just for people who don't know what to do with themselves. It is seriously a career. So that's our first and foremost goal.
Okay.
But we also do alterations. We also do custom designs. We also do home decor, and we also do charity work as well.
And I noticed on your window out front, it said that you do custom prom dresses.
Yes.
And I saw you've got even some gift baskets out there that are kind of customized for graduates and new baby. So that's
We do
wonderful.
gift baskets for a variety. We do it for Easter, we do it for anniversary, we do it for weddings, and everything in it is very personalized, and it's geared just for that project.
Wonderful. Well, I know you also, like you said, you have your classes, but the summer's coming up, and I know you have some summer class options available. Can you tell me about some of those?
I do. We have a summer program which is called the Summer Camp. It is available for adults as well as children. It is a 6 weeks course. But the beauty of it is that they will not make a wearable garment, because 6 weeks is not going to give me enough time to get them to where the garment will be at a standard of which they will be satisfied with, and me as well. But they will make a finished project. And with that finished project, they learn the skills of finishing techniques. They learn the buttonholes, the zippers. They learn the facing. They learn the fitting, but they do not go into actually cutting down their pattern. They just get a more understanding of their body type and their figure.
Now, if someone wants to come and take a class, is there anything that they're required to bring with them when they come?
their body.
Okay, so you provide
Right,
everything
we provide
right here.
everything. We provide the fabric, we provide the tools, we provide the sewing machines, we provide every single thing. And everything is looked over where it's hands-on. I'm going to be there 100% of the way. So it's almost like a private tutoring, but it's not a private tutoring. And it is strictly about sewing. So not only do we learn the art of sewing, we have to learn the history of sewing. And then we have to learn the breakdown of the fabrics. And then we have to learn the breakdown of the fiber. Because with any of that, then you can't get your project to look the way you want it to look.
Okay, and it's for any skill level?
Any skill level. We're going to
beginner,
start from the
experienced?
beginning to the experts, exactly.
Okay, and if people want to learn more about these classes, how do they go about finding?
It's two ways. They can either give me a call here at Cakey Cakes, 919-705-1111, or they can look me up on my website. I have a beautiful website that's up, and it's www.cakeykcakes.com. Or they can also email me, and that is cakey.cakes@yahoo.com.
Okay, wonderful. Is there anything else that you'd like people to know about your business here? You do so much, and I mean, the stuff that's in your window is beautiful. And you made all that?
Yes, every single thing in this shop is what I made, even down to my little covers for my sewing machines. Basically, what I want people to know is that I want to be able to expand their horizon on a new career path. Because it's certain things in life that you can't go without. You can't go without food. You can't go without clothing. You can't go without dying, and you can't go without paying your taxes. All the other things you could actually manipulate around that. But those things you have to have. And for someone not to understand that clothing is always going to be a moneymaker, that's where I think we're losing our young people. You know, it's a lot of technology out there, and believe it or not, clothing technology has come a long way. We no longer have to hand stitch anything. A lot of the embroidery is done by machine. You push a button, it's done. A lot of the stitching is done by machine. You push a button, it's done. But in order to get there, in order to get to that level, you have to start at the beginning.
Okay, well, wonderful. Well, we're so happy to have you downtown and available to teach our community this wonderful skill. So if you're interested in taking classes, having alterations done, or just popping in and seeing some of the beautiful stuff she's got here, please do. She's at 122 South Center Street.
And we'd love to have you.
Thank you so much for talking with us.
You're so welcome. Thank you.
We are here at 219 North John Street, the new home of the Downtown Goldsboro Development Corporation. The organization moved into this space in late March, and we are here to take a look at what a building downtown can become when a little bit of TLC is put into it. So let's go take a look. Construction on 219 North John Street began in 2010. Paint was scraped, brick was cleaned, floors were restored, and much more to make the space look like it does today. In April of 2013, the DGDC opened the doors of its new office building, bringing new life and activity to the 200 block of North John Street. The new space provides much-needed room for DGDC staff and board of directors and demonstrates what can become of historic spaces downtown if we invest in their future. It's been a labor of love and an accomplishment the organization is extremely proud to share with the community. This project cost the DGDC nonprofit board approximately $60 per square foot to renovate. The space looks absolutely beautiful, and after 50 years of sitting empty, it's now, again, a working building in downtown Goldsboro. Upstairs really is the gem of this space. The floors were able to be restored, the window has all new trim around it and glass put in, and soon it will become available for people in the community to rent to host their meetings. So if you're interested in hosting a meeting or an event in this space, please visit the DGDC website at www.dgdc.org. If you'd like to take a look at the space with your own eyes, feel free to stop down. The DGDC is open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. Thank you for watching the Downtown Living Show. To learn more about downtown Goldsboro and the DGDC, please visit www.dgdc.org or find us on Facebook under Downtown Goldsboro.
There you go. We're back here on WGTV today. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right, there for several days I talked about what American industry and companies and people are putting in American products.
Yes.
Caffeine in particular is what we were talking about. I'll just sum this up very quickly by saying that they're putting caffeine now
everything.
in sunscreen,
Oh my goodness.
in lip balm, and in shapewear.
Really?
Shapewear. If you put on your caffeine-infused underpants or tights.
I was waiting to see if you were going to actually read this.
All right, that's what they're doing. They're
Your face red yet?
Caffeinated. Yes, it is. Shapewear, and we're in living color. Only promises to smooth skin and reduce appearance of cellulite over time. Or last, pouring coffee on your lap does not produce the same results. So, unless you get a really camouflaging third-degree burn from doing that. Anyway, they're putting caffeine in shapewear, waffles, jelly beans, water, soap, toothpaste, toothbrushes, and there you go.
It's amazing.
It's
really
yeah, it is. It is that. So, you know, that
Be
will
aware.
last a few years. Just be aware of that.
Please do.
Okay.
I wanted to remind you, if you're interested in taking some swimming lessons at Mena Wheel Pool, they're starting their first session. They'll do sessions all summer.
Yeah.
And the first session is going to start Tuesday, June the 11th. It'll be from 10 until 12. The fee is $20 for the session. It'll be on a daily basis. And it'll go from, my goodness, June 11th all the way through,
The tooth.
yes,
And
actually through July 4th.
I think there's a number left out
I think there is too.
Okay, through July 2nd and 4th, through July 4th.
That's right.
Okay.
Times for the camps are going to be, they all have actually all different times, but it's all different age groups too. They start as young as 3 and go all the way up, it doesn't say how old.
Goes
I'm
up to
assuming-
10:30
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
and
They
11:15.
have different times. They have different age groups. As
There
you
you go.
see, look, the list
6
goes
and
on
up.
down. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But that's all at Mena Wheel Pool. Swimming lessons for $20. If you're interested, call Goldsboro Parks and Recreation, and they can give you more details on that. That is not the right number, so we're not even going to say that number
Okay.
out loud. But call Goldsboro Parks and Recs, Mena Wheel Pool,
There you go.
swimming lessons, and everybody needs to know how to swim.
Yes,
it can
indeed.
save your life.
That it can. Coming up on June 12th from
Yes.
the 4-H,
Yeah.
there is a mammal camp.
Marvelous mammals.
Yeah, that too. But if you're a mammal, then perhaps you'd be interested in this, and you probably are, if you're watching television. But there's going
Tell
to
us
be
about this mammal
this
camp.
mammal camp will be taking place on June the 12th, and it starts at 9 a.m. It goes until noon o'clock. It's happening at the Wayne Center, which is at the corner of George and Chestnut.
That's right.
George and Chestnut Street, from 9 till noon at Wayne Centers for ages 6 through 9. It's $10 per participant. Participants will explore the characteristics of the animal group to which humans belong, and they will meet some warm and furry creatures as well. That's always fun,
Yes, it is.
to meet warm and furry creatures. I had an uncle who was a warm and furry creature.
Was it?
Yeah, well, I don't want to talk about him. Anyway, it's an animal group to which you belong, and if you want more information, you can call the Wayne Center
Yes.
at 731-1527. 731-1527.
Well,
Your turn.
If you're a child, if you think about this, do you like puppets?
Puppets? I love puppets.
You love puppets? Well,
Hi,
you may
hey, my
want to.
friend. Hi, how you doing? How you doing?
Well, you may want to go to this camp then, Wayne.
Oh.
It's a puppeteering camp.
Oh.
As you'll see, there's so many different things for children to do that are being offered through all the different local agencies.
Yeah.
But there's a puppeteering camp Monday, June the 7th from 9 until 12 at Herman Park Center. It's a half-day camp for children ages, you keep puppeteering out of there. For children ages 9 to 13, and then 14 and up are in a different group. The fee is $35 for the half-day camp. They'll learn how to make a puppet. Oh, they actually make a puppet. And how to lip sync while operating a puppet. They also have a camp that'll begin June 17th. That'll be for older children, and then one that starts June 24th. So they got lots of camps. But that one is a puppeteering camp, and you can learn to puppet as good as Wayne does over there.
Whoa. I go.
Wayne Alley, the puppeteer.
Okay.
You did very good, Wayne.
Thank Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
There's just so many different things to tell people about. It's, you know, we have papers after paper after paper with lists of things that are happening right here to tell you about.
That's exactly right.
There's no way we can tell you about it all.
Can't tell you about everything. I can tell you the answer to today's trivia
Well,
question,
please do.
however. The question was,
I can't wait to see which famous
advertising in Germany. A famous American's picture, in fact his mugshot, was used in an advertisement to sell software in Germany.
And I guess Donald Trump.
And that was a good guess,
But
it was
wrong.
not Donald Trump. This young man was arrested in Albuquerque, New Mexico for speeding some years ago.
Oh, wow.
They took his mugshot and there it became official record. Somehow an advertising company in Germany got a hold of this picture of Bill Gates.
You know, I almost said him, but then I thought, nah, he probably, because I was thinking more criminal or other activities. And I thought, probably not Bill.
Well, you think of Bill Gates, you think of squeaky clean.
Well,
he was speeding.
He was squeaking, all right.
Yeah, he was squeaking along. He was speeding along there.
I am really turning into Wayne Alley.
Oh!
It's hilarious, all my little jokes. I'm turning into Wayne. It's so funny.
That is funny. Okay.
Oh, goodness. We need to say one more thing about what's in a name.
Okay.
Need to remind you that is the motto contest. It's the phrase that pays. Do you have the phrase that pays? Well, the City of Goldsboro is looking at a motto. We want to hear from you. You hear us talk about it here on the show. There's lots of prizes to be won. And there'll be 20 people that will actually receive prizes. Then it'll be narrowed down to 5. And then one big winner.
Oh, boy.
The prizes are fantastic. The way that you can create a motto and submit it to the City of Goldsboro is go to our website. goldsboronc.gov.
Got it.
Click on what's in a name.
What's in a name?
Fill out the form that looks like this. Submit this particular entry one time. As he puppeteers. Then if you have more than one entry, fill out another form and submit it. But we want to hear from you. You can also go to the City of Goldsboro's walk in the front door of City Hall. We have lots of these forms sitting right there for you to take home complete and turn them back in. We want to hear from you. The City of Goldsboro.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Wayne.
Oh, yeah.
The City of Goldsboro. Da-da-da-da.
Do it again.
Da-da-da-da.
Da-da-da-da.
Get it right,
My
Wayne.
timing is a little off today.
The da-da-da-da
Yeah.
will be filled in with your motto.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
So we want to hear from you. We already have quite a few people that have been turning them in, between 200 and 300 people.
There's some good ones.
There are some really good ones, but the best one may still be out there.
All right. So go ahead and turn it in today, and then turn in several, as a matter of
They
fact.
have till June 30th.
Till June 30th. So join us again tomorrow. We'll be right here on WGTV, Wayne Goldsboro Television. And until then, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best, and this is what's happening in your community.